Conflict with Iran, where there is breaking news at this hour. First, the president said to be unhappy with the regime's latest ceasefire proposal, namely because it does not address Iran's nuclear program. Meanwhile, to the breaking news on OPEC, Lucas Tomlinson's watching that. He's back live today in Dubai from overseas. And Lucas, hello there.
Good morning, Bill. Some big news out of the Emirates. Say the UAE announcing they will be leaving OPEC on May 1st. That's the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. Iran was one of 5 founding members back in 1960. The UAE, the 7th largest oil exporter in the world. It appears that Iran, a big reason for the UAE to be leaving. Now, as far as negotiations with Iran going, we've heard from President Trump that he's unhappy with the negotiations going on right now. Recall just over the weekend, the president canceled the trip by his special envoys, Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner, going to Pakistan to re-engage with the Iranians. And just a reminder for our viewers, Bill, about what President Trump's red lines are in these negotiations. End all uranium enrichment, dismantle the enrichment facilities, hand over that highly enriched uranium, end funding for terrorist proxies, fully open the strait, no more charging tolls, shut down the toll booth. Now, in an exclusive interview with our own Trey Ying, Secretary of State Marco Rubio explained why Iran has closed the strait.
They don't just seek to dominate Iran, they seek to dominate the region. And imagine that with a nuclear weapon. Look what they've done with the Straits. Great example. The Straits is basically the equivalent of an economic nuclear weapon that they're trying to use against the world. And they're bragging about it.
Now, while hundreds of ships remain at anchor stuck in the Persian Gulf, behind me, the first LNG carrier, liquefied natural gas, recently transited the Strait of Hormuz since the war began 2 months ago. She left from a port here in the Emirates. Now, not only is the Gulf important to the world's energy industry, as we know and is documented, it's arguably more critical to the global fertilizer industry. 30% of the world's fertilizer trade passes through the Strait of Hormuz. Its closure has affected farmers across the world, including in the United States. And as the blockade is now more than 2 weeks old, Iran's storage tanks are nearing capacity, Bill, and analysts say it could be 1 to 3 weeks before Iran is forced to shut down oil production and perhaps cause permanent damage to its oil-producing industry. Certainly something the White House is watching closely, and hope is why it brings Iran back to the negotiating table.
Okay, and we are too. Good to have you back in the region. Lucas Tomlinson in Dubai today. Thank you, Lucas.